Hey guys, it's your host again of the Garchomp Daily. I hope you guys are doing well. I know I've been gone the past few days, just only because I'm preparing videos for Pokemon Day, and then for the day after, so expect quite a bit tomorrow because tomorrow is Pokemon Day. And I'm looking very much forward to it. I'm thinking of doing 2 videos tomorrow. Just before I have to go to class. So we'll do maybe a news video recapping everything, and that will be tomorrow night, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to do another one of these videos. So this video is really putting to the test which generation has the best shinies. Now this series will go on until we are finished through all of the generations, and we will make a leaderboard, and we will versus all these generations. So the point of this is to see, since there's 9 generations currently, we're going to do 3 generations per video, and then by the end of it, we're going to put the 3 generations that have they have won each round against each other. So today it's going to be generations 1, 2, and 3 versus each other. One generation will win out of that, and then tomorrow it'll be 4, 5, and 6, and then whoever wins out of that will go up against the winner, as well against 1, 2, or 3, whoever wins there, and then 7, 8, and 9 will go up against the other 2. So there'll be 3 generations that will go up against each other by the end, and then whoever wins that will be our victor. And again, this is purely my opinion. If you believe one generation is better, or if you believe that there's certain Pokemon that you think have better chances of winning, or you think should have won their spot, then let me know. I'm always open for you guys' opinions. We are currently very, very close to 100 subscribers, and I really do appreciate you guys so much again. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always. But let's get into this, and I hope you guys at least agree with some of my picks here. I do know some of you have quite a few of my my shiny hunt videos, or at least the ones where I'm picking shinies. So with that being said, let's go through Generation 1. So today it's going to be Generations 1, 2, and 3 versus each other. So let's see who wins. So for normal typing, there's quite a few decent shinies from Gen 1 for the normal typing. But for me, it's between Ditto and Eevee. I think I'm going to go with Ditto, just because it's kind of a reflect from Mew, and there's a lot of people that believe that Mew and Ditto are kind of close, just because Ditto is supposedly a failed Mew clone. Now I have my own theories to why that's just maybe not true, but there are things that I recognize that do connect it to Mew, but there's also some holes in that situation. Now for Gen 2, you have a couple options here. Excuse me. And I'm more so looking towards Smeargle. Now I know we got Porygon 2, but I've always loved Smeargle's shiny. It's quite unique, and it does hold itself up just because it's the shiny that I'm sought aftering in Scarlet and Violet. I've still not found the shiny. I keep on finding other normal types. So maybe that could be something that we do. Maybe a series looking for the mythical shiny of Smeargle, because I cannot find it for the life of me. But I will. I always come through. For Gen 3 has always been a interesting, a generation. But for its normal types, its shinies are not the best. However, Swablu is pretty good. But I also do love Swellow. Shiny Swellow also made an appearance within Pokemon, you know, the actual TV show, so that kind of helps it. And I personally like it. I like the green and orange. Green and orange usually sometimes clash too much to work, but I like this more seafoam green, you know, compared to that nice orange. So I'm going to put that there. Now, Gen 1's fire types have probably some of the best shinies there are, and obviously we're going to put Charizard there. Now, don't get me wrong, Arcanine's a close second, but Charizard's too famous. And I believe Charizard's really going to help them out. Now, for Gen 2, they have a good backup to that too, because they have Entei and Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh has to win that. But at the same time, you know what? We're actually gonna put Entei in there because I think I'm gonna put Ho-Oh in the legendary spot. I also like Entei shiny a lot too. Now for Gen 3, there's not very many shiny fire types that I'm really interested in. Torkoal is probably the best one. I do like it shiny a lot. I like the yellow. Right now, Gen 1 is winning, but not by much. Gen 2 is catching up. It's just Gen 3 that needs to pick up the slack here. For water types, you got quite a few options. We got Starmie, and I love Starmie, but again, I love Lapras. Lapras shiny is so good. Then we go into Gen 2. I love Feraligatr shiny. People talk a lot about Suicune shiny, and I do like Suicune shiny, don't get me wrong. But I do believe Feraligatr shiny is better. You know, I also just love Feraligatr, and Feraligatr is just a legend. Now, water types are something that's big in the Hoenn region. So I was taking a drink there. And really, right now, I'm stuck between Kyogre, Swampert, and Milotic. And I love Swampert. Don't get me wrong. But I think shiny Milotic has just been a little more sought after. But do not get me wrong, Swampert's definitely up there. It's close second. Gen 1 has some good grass type shinies. Especially Venusaur. Venusaur is a great shiny. All of the Gen 1 starters have good shinies. Even Blastoise. I like Blastoise to shiny. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, that is a nice shiny. I even have that shiny within Sword and Shield. Now for Gen 2, it is kind of rough, but I am going to put Celebi, because Celebi is a great shiny, but they don't have as many, you know, as notable grass types. Now in Gen 3, this is where Gen 3 is starting to pick up a little bit. You know, they got some great grass types here, and I'm really stuck. But you know, between the Trico line and then you know, Cradilly and the Leap. So I am actually kind of perplexed here on what to choose. I really like Cradilly's design. But for me, I'm just going to quickly compare. I'm going to compare Cradilly's sprites, and then obviously Sceptile sprites. I have to go Sceptile. I love Cradilly, but I think I'm going to move Cradilly once we get into like rock types, just because it does have the rock typing. But sometimes you have to take into account how they look within the 3D models too, and some sprites just get really weird within the 3D models. Now for Gen 1 electric types, your options are kind of limited. But I'm going to put Voltorb because it's a great ball. I mean, to me, that is quite unique. Same for Gen 2, not very many. But again, Raikou is really good, but Ampharos is really nice. I think my heart wants me to go with Raikou, but Ampharos is a really close second. Now for home, there's not very many, but I will say, I actually like Minun's, and Minun was in my underrated shiny video. So with that being said, these options here are kind of lopsided, as Johto has some legendaries there. Johto and Gen 1 are, Johto and Kanto are kind of having it out right now. We already got Lapras up here. So we're going to go Cloyster for Gen 1. Not very many ice types overall. We will go Piloswine for Gen 2. Now there's a little more options in Gen 3. And we're going to go, that's actually, I don't know what Welrin's 3D sprite looks too much as. Like, I may go Welrin here. I do have a shiny Welrin and within Legends Arceus. And I also have it with Scarlet and Violet. So I'm just really trying to think. I mean, Welrin's sprite in Legends Arceus looks a little bit different to me, I guess, than it does in Scarlet and Violet. But I like the more realism it gets in Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, no, we are going to run that. And then not in Scarlet and Violet, I meant, because this is not in Scarlet and Violet, but in Legends Arceus, and then compared to Sword and Shield, that's my bad. Sword and Shield and Arceus's models are just not the same. There's a little bit more, I guess, rustic in Legends Arceus, which I hope they bring that back with the Legends ZA. Like, I'd love to have that, a more old-timey, I don't know how to say it, just like how Pokemon look in Legends Arceus is quite nice. I find it quite pleasant because it fits the scenery really well. Now going on to fighting types in Gen 1, Machamp or Poliwrath? These are all kind of really weird ones, but I do like Machamp's more. It's a green dude, like rose green. Heracross for them. Yeah, I gotta go Heracross. And then for these guys, they got a little more options. I do like Blazekins, but Breloom is really nice, and Breloom kind of makes a little more sense. Poison type. For this one, I gotta go Nidoking. Very nice shiny. I wish its counterpart Nidoqueen swapped its swapped its color scheme like it did with it. For Gen 2, I like Ariados because it's so colorful. Almost reminds me of Easter. I don't know why. This is really specific to me. I love Seviper's shiny. It just reminds me of like one of those cheap McDonald's toys that's like overly colorful, like back in like the early 2000s, you know. So we're gonna go with that. But that is a good thing though. I mean, that is a great shiny. Now for ground typing, so I have Nidoking up there. I would have to go with Marowak. I do like it shiny a bit. Hoenn is definitely a great one. I personally really like Steelix. Like, I found shiny Steelix in Legends Arceus, and it was quite nice. So yeah, no, I'm gonna go with that. Now for ground types, this is where it gets interesting in Hoenn because they got some good shinies from Flygon, Swampert, and you know what? Since we talk about Swampert, we're gonna put Swampert here because I love Swampert. Great typing and great shiny. Flying. Now this is where it gets interesting. Well, we gotta go Gyarados. Gyarados is really one of those famous shinies because you get one within Johto. But love that shiny. For flying in Johto itself, I'm going to go Lugia, because I am not going to choose Lugia as the better shiny. Now, when it comes to just as the Pokemon themselves, Ho or Lugia, I do prefer Lugia, but when it comes to shiny, I definitely prefer Ho shiny. So I'm going to put Lugia. They're starting to, Gen 1 and 2 are starting to become pretty balanced with each other. And then for flying here, because I think Rayquaza is going to go in for their legendary. I'm going with Salamence. I love Salamence. And it would go into Dragon, but again, I think I'm going to put Flygon there. And, you know, I want Salamence to be on this list because Salamence has such a great shiny. So Salamence is going there. So Gen 3 is trying to catch up. It definitely is starting to. Psychics. Again, you can't go wrong with Mew. Mew's going into that one easily. And then for Gen 2, you know, we have to go with an unknown. But do you know which unknown I'm going to go with? I'm actually going to go, it's actually a hard one, isn't it? Because they're all, you know, each one of the shinies are basically the same, but they're all nice. But I think we're going to go with E. So that's what we will go with there. Now for Psychic here again for Hoenn. Hoenn has some great Psychics. And you know, we're going to push that to the test. And I'm between Latios and Latias or Metagross. I think I gotta go Metagross, don't I? Latias is very close. Definitely a runner-up. For bug types, you know, we can go. You know, I'm gonna go Beedrill. I like Beedrill. Obviously, Skizor for Gen 2. For Gen 3, they have some really awkward shiny bugs. Just awkward bugs in general. But I like Ariados. Not Ariados, but we do have Ariados over within the poison. But Armado. Can't believe I said Ariados. That's my bad. But no, we got Armado. But Ninjask I was getting kinda like, because I do like Ninjask shiny, but Armado's better, obviously. So we're gonna go with that. For Rock type in Gen 1, I have to easily go not Kabutops, but Kabuto. I love Kabuto's shiny. And don't get me wrong, Kabuto has a really nice shiny too, but Kabuto's is just small and adorable, and it's just a tiny little green thing. For Gen 2, I am going to go try Tyranitar, but it's because of how famous it is, and I do like it, but Magcargo is definitely a close second. And really, when it comes to rock types, I am going to have to go Cradily, as I said before. But again, like, they're starting to get some like legendaries that they're going to start putting on to Hoenn, but Hoenn's kind of holding up pretty well now. Just because it's kind of dipping for Gen 1 and 2. Obviously, we gotta go Gengar. Well, really, I mean, we don't have to go Gengar because I do like Ghastly shining a little bit more. We got Misdreavus for Gen 2. We gotta go with that. Between these guys, I'm gonna have to go Sableye. I do like Sableye shiny. For Dragon typing, which is my favorite typing, Dragonite, Kingdra, and then this is where it gets real. So we're going to go Flygon here. Or do we have to go Flygon? We really don't have to. We're gonna go Latias, because I love Latias shiny. That's what I'm trying to find in Pokemon Shield as we speak. Just because I'm replaying that, just get that. And if you guys want to see that, let me know. Now, dark types, there's not really any dark types in Gen 1. So they're kind of disqualified, as these are all just like glitches, I guess. But we'll put the the ghost in there. So this will be the one round that Gen 1 is disqualified, but we'll not hold it against them. Gen 2 is going to have Umbreon, of course. And then I mean, I guess this is actually quite the pickle, just because these are all pretty decent, but Sharpedo, or you know what, we're gonna go Sharpedo. Magneton, then Fortress. Dark types are kind of weird because they really don't pick up until like Gen 2 after, but really Gen 3 and going forward was when a lot more dark types were getting introduced. Steel types, I'm going to have to go Jirachi, so that's a big push. Fairy types, I'm going, so I need to see Jigglypuff's shiny within 3D real quick, because I know what Clefairy's is, but you know, we have it in Scarlet and Violet. I do like it shiny, but shiny for Wigglytuff just is not that great, but it's the better one. It's just not as noticeable within the 3D model. Now within 2D and within the pixel art, it's a little bit more noticeable. But yeah, no, that's just, yeah, no, like within the pixel art, it's a lot more noticeable. It's just once it became 3D, it just struggled. So we do have to take that into account, because a lot of the games now are not, you know, 2D, and you have to go 3D models with them. You know what I mean? And then we don't really have that very many here. Asmorel, yeah, you know, that's what we'll do there. Oh, Gardevoir, we have to go instantly with yeah, no, I mean, that's easily the best one. Gen 1 starter obviously has to go Charizard. Gen 2 Fraligator. Gen 3 we are going to have to go Swampert. I just feel that is the better one. Gimmick form. I say the Gigant. Well, that's the Gigamax or Gigantamax, however you want to say it. Form of Charizard is the best. I do like Mega Ampharos. I do like that pink. It works really well with it there. So I'm going to go with that so Ampharos gets some shine. Probably Mega Rayquaza in Legends. So for legendaries, Mew, then Ho-Oh, and then Rayquaza. My favorite out of all of these for Gen 1 is probably going to have to be Mew, because I do love Mew. Don't get me wrong, I love Charizard, and I want to give the Charizard, but I feel that Mew's is better, just by a little bit. For Gen 2, I am going to go Ho-Oh, just because these are all great, but Ho-Oh just has one of those iconic shinies. This is going to be a repeat of the legendaries, because my favorite shinies from each ones are legendaries, you know. I mean, and there's no rules against it. But if I were not to choose a legendary for Gen 1, it would be Charizard. For Gen 2, it would have to be Fraligator, and then for Gen 3, it would have to probably be Salamence. I can't go Latios, because Latios is technically a legend, or mythical, however you want to say it. But yeah, no, this is the list. Let me know what you think. But who is the winner? Well, I personally believe our winner. Now, This one's gonna be a hard one. This one may be a harder pill to swallow just because they start all to get pretty equal towards the end here. But I'm going to tell you now, Gen 1 did not win just because it kind of fell off at the Rock and Ghost and didn't have a Dark type and also fell off with the Steel. And I believe because of the strides it made towards the end, I think I'm going to give it to Gen 3. So Gen 3 is going to move on to the finals where we'll face the other two best generations that we will go up against once we do those. So expect that either tomorrow morning or evening. But it will be Gen 4, 5, and 6 going at each other. But we have a winner, and that winner is Gen 3. They made a huge comeback. Gen 2 was right on their tail. Gen 1 was steamrolling ahead, but then it kind of just slowed down. It didn't have enough steam here, so let me know what you think. Do you think another generation should have won, or do you agree that Gen 3 should have won this, and that's why it did win? Or do you believe that there's other shinies in here that are better, and maybe the shinies that you picked make Gen 3 better, or one other a generation better. And just because there's a bunch of shinies in one generation does not mean that, well, not shinies, but just because there's a bunch of shiny legendaries is what I'm trying to say in one generation does not make it the best. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, legendaries are awesome, and the shiny should reflect it, but do not use it being a legendary as a qualifier. We gotta look at them all as the shiny forms themselves. Mew almost carried Gen 1, and really Gen 1 I believe tied with Gen 2 because of Mew and Charizard. So it's like Gen 1 and 2 have kind of tied, and that's how I've always felt about Gen 1 and Gen 2, just like as like a generation versus each other. I mean, they're right next to each other within the games, like within their region. So I think that they're pretty equal, but Gen 3's is better. They just finished off better. But again, this is our list. I hope to hear some feedback from you. Remember, tomorrow's Pokemon Day. I definitely am looking forward to reporting to you then. But thank you guys for being patient with me, and let's get to 100 subscribers. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and even favorite. And as always, be a chomp above the rest, and I'll talk at you guys later. See ya.